Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Serena, owner and creator of Carter Custom, and today I wanted to show you the bookkeeping template. I created this template for anybody who would like to track their business expenses or personal with income, expense, as well as your fees or taxes that go along with that. To get started, I always like to go up to File and make a blank copy to work off of in case anything happens to my original. When you first get the template and you open it, you will open up to an instructions page. I've also included links to my different socials if you would like to contact me or have any additional inquiries, as well as the link to the YouTube video. And then there is detailed instructions for how to use the template. I've also added hyperlinks to each page that I go over so that you can quickly hop to that page to see. Along the bottom, you will see that there are different tabs, and we will go over all of these different tabs now. So for the instructions tab, after you have read and understood it all, you can either right-click with your mouse and choose to delete it, or you can hold down your left button and you can drag it all the way to the end so that it's not popping up first when you open up your template. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the setup page now. To get started on the setup page, you will want to choose a start date. It doesn't need to be the first day of the year. It can be whenever you are launching your business or starting to track things. And you can simply double click and choose the day that you would like to get started on. And that will update across the rest of your template. Next, you'll want to choose your currency. You can enter your own custom currency here, and that will also change across your entire template. To do so, simply select the cell, delete it, and enter your own currency. Under income, you will enter any income sources that have to do with what you are tracking, and then you can simply delete any that are not relevant. There's space for 50 income sources and 50 expenses. There are 2 deduction sections, so those would be taxes. So if you have 2 different taxes, you can enter them individually here. And then there is an account section. So any accounts associated with what you are tracking, you will enter them here, and then any opening balances on the start date. Again, any that you are not needed, you can simply delete, and then that way they are not popping up in the rest of your template. I also do suggest that you add a cash account here if you do handle any cash with your business or what it is that you are tracking, and then that way you can also track the amount of cash that you have on hand at the start date, as well as be able to track when you're taking any cash out or adding any additional cash. Next, we'll take a look at the log sheet. This log sheet is where you're going to enter any transactions that happen within what it is that you are tracking. So if it's your business, then you will put any business-related expenses here. To add your expense, you will start by double-clicking below the date cell, and you will choose the date on which the transaction happened. Then you will enter the amount of the transaction, if there was any taxes associated with those, and then this will show you the total of these 2 taxes or fees put together, and then it's going to show you the remaining total. So if this was an income source of $100, but then you had to pay $15 in tax, there would be $85 left. Then you will choose a category. So if this was an income, you would choose that it is an income, and then you would choose what form of income. Now, these subcategories are drop-downs that come from what you have listed here. So any of these that you change here will automatically change here. And then you will choose the account which it goes into. So again, if you chose to add a cash account, a checking account, savings, or any credit cards, those would be listed here and you would choose those. And this is just to show where the money went so that you can keep track of it. Then you are able to enter any form of ID or a tax receipt and some notes for that transaction so that you understand what it was and what happened, and this way you can also cross-reference if needed. And then for every single transaction you will just continue to do that. And these do not need to be entered in chronological order. You can enter them just as they come up or as you find your receipts and stuff throughout the year, and it will be sorted in the rest of the pages. Additionally, for the log sheet, you will also see along the side there are these small tabs. You are able to collapse your information and be able to open up in smaller sections so that you don't get lost having to scroll through a very long list of transactions. And this will also help you to be able to easily find your most current transactions based on where they're at in your log sheet. So next we'll take a look at our overview. So for overview, you will see that there is a start date and an end date. So this is showing you an entire year based off of the start date that you chose at the beginning of the year. However, you are able to change this to whatever you would like. So you can change this to be farther ahead in the year, and then it will only show you between these time frames. And then you're going to see your total income, total expenses. These are your deductions, so the taxes that you have entered, and then your profit. You're going to see pie charts that are showing you all of your different income sources and those ratios. You'll be able to see your cash flow. So this is the same information as here, just in chart format. And then you will also see your different expenses and those ratios against each other. Below, you're going to see your different income sources. So if you have deleted any additional ones here, these will just be blank and there will be no information. And then you'll be able to see between these two dates the amount that came in, the amount of taxes, and then the total after that, as well as you're going to see your ratios along the side here. Now, the only thing that you need to change in this section is the date. Everything else is just for viewing. Additionally, if you would like to view this in different formats, you can right-click on Overview and choose to duplicate. After you duplicate this, you might want to rename that. So maybe I would like to see the Q1 for my overview, and I would change this date to only the first 3 months of the year. And then this way I'm only seeing information for Q1. And then I can also see my yearly overview. And you can make as many copies of this as you would like, and they will all just update automatically based on the dates that you choose at the top. Do not delete the original one, but you can delete any of the additional ones that you have created if you no longer need them. Next, we'll take a look at our annual overview. So this is going to show you every single month. The starting month is going to be the same month as what you chose in your setup page. So again, if I change this to a new month, then you will see that it starts from that month and goes ahead from there. I'm just going to change it back because a lot of our information was posted in January. So then you're going to see your overall information for each one of those months. You're also going to see a pie chart on the side that shows you those ratios and the balance. And then you're going to be able to see your profit by month. So this is going to show you just a nice visual of what your most profitable month was throughout the year. Next, you'll view the account section. So again, in this section, you do not need to change anything minus the dates. So this is just like your overview section. You can choose a start date and an end date, and all of your accounts will show only information between these two dates. You'll be able to see the total amount that was deposited and the total that was withdrawn. And then it gives you a breakdown of each individual account. So this is why when you are in your log sheet, you're going to want to choose the account and where that money is going in and out of, so that you are able to see it and keep track of it here and then know your balances, and also be able to refer to your actual statements to see if those numbers add up. Again, you are able to make copies of this. So you can choose to see it for the entire year, or you can also go here, duplicate, rename that, and be able to change the dates and see just a breakdown of maybe only Q1 of your accounts as well. Again, do not delete the original, only delete the additional ones that you have created. Next, we'll look at the deduction section. So this just gives you a quick overview of all of your deductions. So any taxes that you paid on your income and any taxes that you paid on expenses. This as well has an overview section where you can change the dates to see only information within a certain time frame. And again, you can make copies of this and change those names as well. Here you will just see the different tax balances that you paid, and here again, just in a different format. And this also shows you which income source it was that you paid those taxes to and which expense source you paid the taxes to. Lastly, we're going to take a look at the calendar. So up at the top corner, you will see an arrow, and you can choose any month that you would like, and you will be able to see any of the transactions, withdrawals, or anything that happened in that month. And then for the start date of the week, you will be able to change it from a Sunday to a Monday start if you would like, and the calendar will automatically update. You will be able to see that income is in green. Any information that you have entered on the side here will just come up in gray. Your expenses will be in red, and then you also have any of your deposits will be in blue. Along the side here, you will see that I've just added some random words and then the date. So anything that you enter here, and then when you enter the day number, because the month is already at the top, when you enter this day number, it will automatically populate onto the calendar for you. So if you have any subscriptions or just any obligations that you would like to add to your calendar so that you can see that, maybe you have a meeting every month on the 17th, then you can just add that here, and then every single month that you go to, your meeting will be on the 17th of that month. You can also just add these things and have them here just for the 1 month, and then if it is different for the next month, then you can just simply delete those and put different ones. This is changeable at any time so that you are able to update your calendar so that it works best for you. I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough, and I hope that this template helps you to be able to track your expenses and your income for your business or your own personal use. And if you liked this video, please press that like button and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching.